have too many people in my office, I'll literally run into Paul's office and I'll say, "Can I park in this spot?"
Do they let you?
Every once in a while, yeah. Because if no one's there.
Son of a...
No one's there.
Yeah, all right, you can
It's
have
crazy. Paul and I spent 8 years together on a TV show, only then our offices are next to each other, and now we're like borrowing each other's parking spots for meetings. It's pretty awesome, man. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I have to say, that first morning, I remember waking up when we wrapped the show, because Nikki and I were leaving. We had the Airstream and everything packed up. We were driving across the country. And I did wake up and I went, "Shit! My alarm didn't go off." And then I thought, "Oh, word." That shit is done.
Drive across country?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
11. We did it with the Airstream, and Nikki was pregnant, this little bump. And the dog. We brought one of our dogs.
Did you take Route 66?
No, we went, it was an amazing, by the way, we had the Airstream. Well, backstage, I just saw Paul wrapped up in this giant purple, it's like something you lay in. It's like a blow-up hammock going around.
Oh, no, it's a blow-up, you know what.
It was pretty wild looking. I turned this corner and it made me pretty emotional. Man, we emotional. It was the last scene.
It was the last scene. So
I remember,
emotional in terms of like, you know, not like crying hysterically, but it's like, it's emotional because they saved the last scene in the series as the last scene that we shot, and so, you know, it's like this nervous anticipation of like, okay, is that it? And you know, that's kind of crazy, right? They have all the cameras and stuff, backstage cameras.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. Well, I remember because I was laying on the floor, and I'm looking up at you.
Why are you on the floor?
No, the scene before that. No, in the last scene of the show.
We were standing at the door.
Before the fake one, the one where you're getting burned.
What?
When you died.
The door.
No, but the door is when we're hugging and shit.
I know, but the one before that, I was laying on the floor of this thing, and I'm watching Paul act, which is always emotional for me.
And you fell asleep.
And I was just thinking, because you know, each set you were on, you just realized, wow, this is the last time we're gonna shoot on this set. It was pretty wild. But I was laying there on the floor, and I'm looking up at Paul, and there's all these effects and stuff going on. And I was laying there, because the camera wasn't on me, so I just had this moment of just sort of being. Of what? Yeah, right? And I thought, man, what a trip this is. This is like putting to bed years and years. And then in that last scene he's talking about, I knew we had, because we started coverage on me, and then we flipped the camera on Paul, and he was literally the last shot that we were shooting. And I knew that they had gotten the take that we were going to use, and it was the second to last take. It was perfect, and I could hear Julie at Video Village saying, everyone was like crying and shit. She goes, "Yeah, that's the one." And so we said, okay, go one more, because we were all gonna come in and spray. They were gonna come in and spray us with all kinds of shit, like silly stuff. We sprayed each other's eyes and pop champagne and stuff. And I remember Paul and I doing this scene, and he hugs me, and all of a sudden I see everyone, and all you hear is Paul. They started spraying this shit in his eye. He's like, "Ah!
Yeah, like direct shot in my eye.
It was super emotional. It might be, yeah. Vision issues, but it was special. Thank you guys for the first time.
You want me to tell you?
Uh-oh.
Do you remember it actually wasn't on set. Because the show hadn't really premiered, or no, it hadn't, but we weren't sure like how it would be received, but we watched it in my living room, the episode Lost Girls, and we loved
episode
it.
5.
Was it 4?
Or 6.
Four?
No, it was 5.
5?
5, it was 6.
6?
It was 6. And we watched it in that amazing apartment you had.
Yeah. And then we watched it and we were like, oh yeah, wow, this is really good. I don't know if that's my fault. I just thought like that was
we
nice.
had cracked a bottle of wine. We were sitting with Sloan, Paul had this insanely beautiful apartment. There was some CEOs. You're such an idiot for giving that apartment.
Why did I give that?
You're a moron when it comes to, you're good at real estate, but that was just
I'll be honest, actually, I'm glad because we moved to that nice little area that was a little more, that was more midtown.
Yeah, it was more of a village we created. Paul and I, season 1, we wanted to be next to each other so we could rehearse and really dial.
Aww, where is she?
She's at home, she didn't come, but
Oh,
her
damn
last thing, she said, be careful and tell Paul I love him.
Well, you tell her I love her too.
By the way, if Netflix had offered me a limited,
But I'll tell you this much. It is a much needed break because, you know,
Paul had some great Ripper moments.
Yes, he does.
I like when Paul was Ripper because Paul was happy. Paul was happy.
What do you mean by Ripper moment?
You mean like Bong Ripper or like Stephen Ripper?
Well, you know, like when Stephen flipped the switch.
Oh yeah, there's some great ones.
What was your favorite out of all 3?
I'll tell you what wasn't my favorite. When Joseph Morgan yelled in my face, Ripper! Settle down, man.
I love that. Ripper. That's some funny shit. He had some great. I loved all the stuff from
1920s.
the 20s.
Yeah, that was the cool.
Of him. By the way, I just want to point this out. Here's the 8-second version of this. I mean, the amount of mayhem and bloodshed that we created in the show is just an obscene amount of violence and shit. I can't wait to see this over you.
Yeah. Oh shit.
It's called holding a 15-pound baby all day.
This guy having kids don't stop him from hitting the gym. You're working out.
I hold a tiny baby all day.
He's doing good.
I also have a wife that cooks amazing food and a mother-in-law in a hyperbaric chamber.
I'll have what he's having.
That was a great scene. When Harry met Sally.
That was good. I'll have what she's having.
Shit, what was the question?
Oh yeah. We both loved it very much.
We loved it. I have the bug, that's all I want to do. And then eventually I'll say this is bullshit, I want to act again. But directing is this amazing blank canvas. We also, too, we had this family of people that didn't want us to fail, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved it. Paul and I, we spent some time together. There's no ego between us. We can look at each other and know what each other's thinking. So when it comes to directing, all we wanted each other to do was get the best shots, the best performance, and get our days. Because when you don't make your days, you get in trouble by the producers. Because there's millions of dollars being spent. And if you're late or you mess something up, it could cost the studio like a couple $100,000, which that is not a good idea to do. And so we really, it was a good team, he and I. Directing is really a special art, and man, it's about trusting your team, but also allowing people to execute an idea that you see in your head, and keeping your shit together when that idea is not perfectly the way it came into your head, and figuring out a way to get it there and bring everyone into it as opposed to, alienating everyone. It was an amazing process. I miss our Vampire Diaries family down there. Our crew.
Yeah, me too.
Anyone you talk to in this business, we went through focus pullers like I changed socks. I mean, it was a hard show to shoot. It was long, it was hard, it was tough, it was cold, it was hot, and we did it. We did it for 8 years. And I love you, baby. Thank you for the question. I think that the episodes that we all directed, had a nice, different spin on it, you know? I don't know if it translated, but it was really special. So one thing, and I'm gonna get killed for this, because we wasted